All right, another walk and talk. I'm going through one of my favorite it's such a cute little community, this little area. And it's raining a little bit. It's kind of misting. God is jizzing on us right now. So I don't know how the video will come out. But I wanted to talk about why are pump and dumps, meme coins, just in general, pump and dumps, why are they legal? Why is this being allowed? Two things. One, the first one is, this is just like blatant corruption. This is, if you don't know what a meme coin is, it is essentially like fake currency that you buy into online, and a bunch of people put their money into it, raise the value of it, and then what always happens is, not every time, but a lot of the time, what happens is people will pull their money out, because overall everything rose up in value. They pull their money out, again, this is layman's terms, and then all of a sudden, the thing tanks. Like, it just doesn't do well anymore. And yeah, come on, this is crime. This is it's almost like another form of a pyramid scheme. Like, this is a crime. And if you want a better idea of how these work, you should go check out CoffeeZilla, who I think is amazing, dude. Like, this guy is one of the best YouTubers I've ever seen. I just love the way he does videos. Really, really smart guy. He goes in depth on this stuff. He can say it a lot better than I can. It's not just Boogie. It's not just, the Hawk girl. It's not just Ice Poseidon. These are YouTubers that have famously done this. It's just a lot in general. But also the President of the United States. I have a question for the MAGA people out there, and instead they'll just leave like a vague comment that just says, well, you're wrong. They won't say why. They won't defend it, because there's no defending this. How did we get to the point where, I understand why YouTubers would do this. I get it. Would I ever use my base to, rip off my base to make money? No. I would rather go down in flames and go do something else for a living than steal from the people who support me the most. But that's what, Boogie, Ice Poseidon, Hawk girl did. I'm sure more. There's just ones that I know of. But, the President of the United States did this to his own base 2 weeks before he took office. He was already president-elect. And then, when they did their pump and dump, they pulled all the money out and screwed over all of his followers. Then, he opened up one, as president, he opened up one for Melania, the first lady. How is that acceptable? You're gonna hear, apparently they're doing yard work over here. How is that acceptable? Oh, hi there. So, just a little update, because I filmed this one a couple weeks ago. So, the update on this, and I'm inserting this into the video, is that, Donald Trump's still using the Bitcoin thing, even though it had tanked before. Now it's skyrocketed. So, it's the opposite problem now, is that he's using this thing, this stupid meme coin, he's using this to curry favor. So he's basically doing a thing where if you buy a certain amount of it, in the millions, then you can have dinner with the President of the United States. Remember when everybody lost their shit about Hunter Biden selling paintings to, get favor with his dad, and how they're like, that is just blatant corruption, that should not be allowed, Biden should be held accountable for that. I agreed. He should have. That was bullshit. Biden straight up should have been in prison, and it was nonsense that his dad pardoned him. I get being a father, why he did it, but that doesn't mean that Hunter Biden didn't deserve to be in prison. He should have definitely gone to jail. And now, Trump, the same dude who rightfully called out Hunter Biden's corruption, is doing that, but on steroids and directly and out in public, and that's fine. And apparently, over 70% of the coin being bought is by people outside of the United States. So this is just the most blatant corruption I've ever seen in my life. If a foreign agency, a foreign country comes in, gives Donald Trump $5 million, then they can sit down and have a dinner with him and then, try to plead their case as to what they want him to do. This is pay to play through and through. This is Hillary Clinton Foundation style bullshit. And it's just so obvious now to me that no matter what, at the end of the day, we need one thing and one thing only. We need to get money out of politics. Nobody who is a governor, a senator, House member, the president, even mayor, like, people should not be allowed to take money while they're in office, or even like 5 years after, 10 years after. It's ridiculous. This is so blatant hypocrisy. And of course, none of that matters anymore. None of that matters. And I guarantee you, if Trump gets out of office and a Democrat gets in there, the right will go back to pretending like, oh my God, they're taking money from foreign assets. This is just such a joke, dude. Our entire system is a fucking joke. Oh my God. All right, back to the rant. I don't get how we've gotten to the point where crime is just now legal. This is the other point too that I wanted to make. I've seen people say that, well, if you're dumb enough to put your money into one of these things, like the Hawk 201 in particular, this was a big defense. If you're dumb enough to do that, well, you kind of deserve to lose your money, right? No, of course not. Wait, that's like saying, and that's really, really loud, and he's far away too. I think they're cutting trees down. That's like saying, well, any victim of a crime that got taken advantage of, oh well, I mean, maybe you shouldn't have been a victim of a crime. Like, what are we doing? Like, I've noticed that society morally has just gone down the fucking shitter. Like, it is just gone. We have basically started to prop up the worst of the worst of the worst. And it's just seen as smart. Like, if you go online now, in particular, I don't think this translates as much in real life, person to person, but online, like, being a criminal and getting away with it is considered, well, you're just smart. That's just smart. You should do that. As long as you get away with it, you're smart. What happened to people actually having accountability when they break the fucking law? And then, just changing the laws to make, it's coming down now. Changing the laws to just be like, yeah, well, so what? No big deal. It's so smart to just take millions of dollars from people who trust you. I don't know, man. We continue to go down this rabbit hole. Man, it's cold. My hands are freezing holding this up. We keep going down the rabbit hole, and they keep doing tree work for some reason. This is the worst time to do tree work. It's raining out. The hell is happening? But we keep going down the rabbit hole and getting more and more immoral. And then those immoral people now, because there's so many of them, are now all agreeing that, well, that's just moral. This is the new moral. Like, this is smart. Dude, that kind of sounds like Bigfoot got his dick stuck inside of a chainsaw. It's so loud. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it. I think the meme coin stuff, it's just insane. Every one of those people that did that should be in jail. Bottom line, should be in jail. It's a scam. Everybody knows it's a scam. Even if you find interviews that CoffeeZilla's done with people who run these, admit that they're scams. They admit it. But they're just like, well, but it's legal, so I'm going to do it. It's insane. We need to start putting people like this in prison and start having accountability for people who take advantage of other people. Because this idea again that, oh, well, if they got taken advantage of, it's on them. Trump in particular is really bad because he took advantage of a lot of old people, like his base that trusted him, and then they ripped that money away from them. Hot coat to a girl, I kind of get that. There's probably not that many old people that were investing in that. But overall, enough victim blaming, enough being like, well, the responsibility of not getting screwed is on the victim. But if the person doing the crime gets away with it, that's just really smart. Good for them. Enough of that shit. Fuck you if you do a meme coin pump and dump. Fuck you if you take advantage of your base. People who trust you, especially YouTubers who end up doing they're going down. you know, they're not doing well, and they kind of do it as like a last minute, last ditch effort, like way of making some money. Fuck you. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's disgusting. I can't believe that people like Boogie did that and then still have the nerve to be online after that. That should have been the end of his career. Fucking over the last people who care about you, just so you can keep doing this for a little bit longer. Crazy stuff.